Welcome back to Movies Recap Repo. Get ready for a story that will make you rethink your next island getaway. Our story begins with a group of adventurous friends, led by the charismatic Liam, planning the ultimate escape. They've found a deal that seems too good to be true, a week on a secluded, pristine island that's not on any tourist map. They picture white sandy beaches, crystal clear water, and endless parties. Packing their bags, full of excitement and naive optimism, they charter a small boat. The captain, a weathered local man with a permanent frown, tries to warn them. He mutters about the island being cursed and that no one ever comes back the same. The friends just laugh it off, thinking he's just an old man trying to scare them for a bigger tip. As the boat pulls away from the mainland, the captain gives them one last, chilling look before turning back. The friends are finally on their way, completely unaware of the nightmare they're sailing into. As their boat approaches the island, its beauty is breathtaking. Lush green jungle meets turquoise water, and a perfect crescent of sand awaits them. They find a small, rustic cabin that seems to have been prepared just for them, complete with supplies. The first day is pure paradise. They swim, sunbathe, and toast to their perfect vacation. But as night falls, the island's atmosphere begins to change. The jungle, which seemed so inviting during the day, becomes a dark, menacing wall of shadows. Strange noises echo from deep within the trees, sounds that aren't just birds or animals. Liam's girlfriend, Maya, feels a constant sense of being watched, but the others tell her she's just letting the old captain's stories get to her. That night, as they sit around a bonfire, they hear a blood-curdling scream pierce the silence. It sounds human, but it's quickly cut off. They nervously joke that it must have been a wild animal, but a seed of fear has been planted. The next morning, one of their friends, Ben, is missing. They call his name, but only the rustling leaves answer. Panic starts to set in. They decide to split up to cover more ground, a classic horror movie mistake. Liam and Maya head into the dense jungle. As they venture deeper, they discover strange symbols carved into the trees, ancient and unsettling. They find a tattered piece of Ben's shirt snagged on a branch near a crude, freshly dug pit. There's no sign of a struggle, just the eerie feeling that he vanished into thin air. Meanwhile, the other two friends, Chloe and Noah, search along the coastline. They stumble upon a hidden cove, where the wreckage of several old boats lies rotting on the shore. Among the debris, they find weathered journals and personal belongings from decades past. It becomes horrifyingly clear that many others have been stranded here before them, and none of them ever left. The island wasn't just uninhabited, it was a trap. Liam and Maya find their way to a clearing and discover a dilapidated village, long abandoned. The huts are crumbling, but inside one, they find a collection of disturbing drawings on the walls. The drawings depict a tribal ritual, outsiders being offered as sacrifices to a monstrous creature that emerges from the sea. The final drawing shows the islanders themselves being hunted by this entity after the outsiders ran out. The locals weren't just afraid of the island, they were its original prisoners, and their descendants are the ones who now lure new victims to appease the ancient evil. The boat captain wasn't just a local, he was part of it. This whole trip was a setup. Suddenly, they hear a twig snap behind them. They turn to see a group of silent, imposing figures emerging from the shadows. These are the island's current inhabitants, the descendants from the drawings, and their faces are grim and determined. A hunt has begun. Chloe and Noah, still at the cove, are cornered by another group of islanders. A brutal chase ensues through the rocky terrain. Noah manages to create a diversion, yelling for Chloe to run and find the others. He puts up a valiant fight but is quickly overpowered. Chloe escapes, her heart pounding with terror and guilt. She sprints through the jungle, the sounds of the hunt all around her. The island itself seems to be against them, vines trip her up, and the path ahead seems to shift and change. She finally finds Liam and Maya just as they are about to be captured. The three of them are reunited, but their relief is short-lived. They are hopelessly outnumbered and surrounded. The islanders close in, armed with primitive spears and knives. It seems like all hope is lost. Just as they're about to be taken, a shocking twist unfolds. Liam, the supposed leader of their group, suddenly turns on his friends. He shoves Maya towards the islanders and yells, "Take her! I made the deal!" A look of pure terror and betrayal flashes across Maya's face. It turns out Liam was in debt and made a deal with the captain: bring 4 friends to the island as a sacrifice, and he could walk away free with a share of the money they were paid by a shadowy organization that uses the island for its own twisted purposes. He was never their friend. He was their shepherd leading them to the slaughter. The islanders hesitate, confused by this turn of events. This was not part of their ritual. The betrayal creates a moment of chaos, and in that split second, Chloe sees an opportunity. She grabs a sharp rock and attacks one of the islanders, creating a diversion for Maya to escape. Maya and Chloe run for their lives, fueled by adrenaline and rage. Liam, seeing his plan fall apart, tries to stop them, but the islanders, feeling their sacred hunt has been disrespected, turn on him. They no longer see him as an accomplice but as another outsider who has defiled their traditions. Liam's screams echo through the jungle as Maya and Chloe push forward, not daring to look back. They remember the wreckage of the boats and realize their only chance is to find a way to signal for help or fix one of the old vessels. They race back to the cove, the sounds of the islanders, and something much larger stirring in the water, getting closer. The ancient creature from the drawings has been awakened by the commotion. A massive, shadowy form begins to rise from the depths, its eyes glowing with ancient malice. Working frantically, Maya and Chloe find an old 2-way radio in the captain's quarters of one of the wrecked boats. It's rusted and damaged, but it's their only hope. As Chloe tries to fix it, Maya stands guard, armed with a makeshift spear. The islanders emerge from the jungle, closing in on the cove, their chants growing louder. The sea creature is now fully visible, a terrifying monstrosity of tentacles and teeth, and it's heading straight for the shore. It's a race against time. Chloe finally gets a crackle from the radio. She sends out a desperate distress call, repeating their coordinates, praying someone is listening. Just as the first of the islanders reaches them, the roar of a helicopter fills the air. A Coast Guard chopper swoops in, its spotlight cutting through the darkness. The sudden arrival of the helicopter throws the islanders into disarray. They fear modern technology and retreat back into the shadows of the jungle. The sea creature, startled by the noise and bright light, sinks back into the depths. A rescue ladder is dropped from the helicopter. Maya and Chloe scramble up, not stopping until they are safely inside. As they ascend, they look down at the cursed island one last time. They see the jungle, the abandoned village, and the pristine beach that had promised paradise but delivered only hell. They are the only 2 who made it out alive. The last shot shows them huddled together in the helicopter, traumatized but alive, as the forbidden island disappears into the darkness behind them, its terrifying secrets safe for now, waiting for the next unsuspecting victims. What a ride! Thanks for watching this recap on Movies Recap Repo. If you enjoyed this intense story, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.